Welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. A lot of older places have this type of lock, and it's very, very common. This one here is what we call a Lane 1000. It's actually stamped in, if you can see it right there, Lane, and then you see the 1000. If you're looking for a key for this type of lock, the easiest way is to actually just remove it from the door. From there you can actually see a letter most of the time. I mean, not all locks are the same. Even if it looks similar, it could be a completely different lock. If it's a Lane 1000, then it'll have that number there and you'll be able to work it out. If there's no number there and you need to find the key and you're sure it's a Lane lock, then we look at the actual where the key goes in, and you can see that there's a keyhole, but it's got like a little notch just here, as you can see. If you wanted to, you could buy all the keys in the range. There's only about 6, I believe, in the range, and they all vary between where this notch is. It's either down the bottom, slightly up a bit, or it's on the other side. So basically you could just buy them and go through and try them. Doesn't work, and as long as it's a Lane 1000, hopefully you'll get a key. It'll go in like this one here. The next thing is with these locks as well, make sure the key does go all the way in. As you saw, just putting this key in now, it's a bit of a tight fit. It's extremely tight, so that could quite easily be mistaken for not being the right key. But once it actually goes all the way in, if it's not sort of coming through this side and not clearing, you won't be able to turn it. Once it's all the way in, then you can turn it and it should work. This one here is so old, it's that's why it's all crusty there. I didn't think it would work for a second, but anyway, that's the Lane 1000. Let's go where no man has gone before, and let's have a look at what's actually going on inside. Different mortise locks do different things, so it's only with this particular brand. Okay, so one of the reasons why my key didn't probably work so well is because I've got a million and one little cocoons in here. I mean, it's come off of, I don't know, 50, 60-year-old house, and there's cocoons. I'm not sure if they're ants, bees, or what they are, but they're cocoons. They're not going to do us much good. So the key comes into the lock in this position here. If I can get the key in. It's very, very tight for some reason. It might be the actual make of the keys or so. Okay. Should be able to go in. What I might do is I might just file that ward a little bit. Normally you wouldn't have to do this, but unfortunately, actually I'll just bend it back. This is going in the bin afterwards anyway. Where's the screwdriver? There's a screwdriver. Come from this way. I don't want to disturb that little city of cocoons in there, because then I'll have to clean it up off my workbench. Okay, so I've just bent that little ward out of the way. I am using the correct key, but it is extremely tight. Okay, now we're in. So when the key goes in and it rotates inside the lock, it's going to pick up this lever. This is a single one lever. It's going to move this lever into the point where it skips this little lump here, allowing it to travel. If it lifts it up too high, it's going to get caught on the bottom. If it doesn't lift it up enough, it'll get caught on the top. So I'll show you that. Now it's lifted up the lever, it's going to be working on what we call the bolt, which is the main part here. This is your bolt here. Goes from this side to this side, and I'll take that lever out of the way so you can actually see the bolt without disturbing the cocoons. Push him back there. So that's your bolt there. That travels in, that travels out, and your key also works that as well. So that's the lever. This part here is for your handle, and it's got the standard, I think, 7.8mm drive going through. I forget what it is in the other measurements, 1/4 inch or something along those lines. When it is in there and it is turned, these little happy hat type shape things rotate and open the door. So they rotate to pull this bolt back here. So you've got one bolt here operated by the key, you've got this bolt or latch, because it's spring-loaded, operated by the handle, and when that's rotated, this slides back and pull. Actually, I best rotate it. That's probably the easiest way. Let's rotate that there, and you can see that the whole latch sort of carriage is getting. This whole carriage here comes from here all the way down to here. When pressure is applied here, the whole thing moves like that. This spring right here is for the lever. This spring right here is for the latch. So that's the look inside the Lane 1000 with the little city of insects inside of it, which they all seem to be dead, which is really good because I didn't want to pull it apart with them inside and go all over the place. So we looked at the bolt, we looked at the latch, we looked at the spring, looked at the lever, looked at how to find a key, and now we can pretty much put it all back together, and that's it. Thanks for watching.